On Facebook. Give me just a minute here. Just make sure I am live. Alrighty. Okay. Dali lang. I-live muna natin siya sa Facebook. All right. So guys, if you are ready, again, we'll have this recorded. But if you guys are ready, please just go ahead and type 1 in the comment section. Kung ready na ba ang lahat, nakakuha na ba ng tubig, kape, whatever you guys need for this call, please, just type 1 in the comment. Ayan. Yes, correct. George, this is gonna be our HLA call ng 7 p.m. I have to replace it with this call only because currently it's in demand right now in the market. I don't think I can wait until next week before I tell you guys this. Like I said, ang dami na ngayon right now posting on Facebook needing help with A2P. I'm not sure if you did mention that or if you did see that on Facebook. So that's the reason why I'm doing this now bago pa tayo maunahan ng iba. Okay? And I actually just opened it to the public only because alam ko naman na marami ring nangangailangan ng A2P help right now. So, wag nating ipagdamot yung knowledge to anyone, okay? So after this, there's no crazy offers. Wala po kayong sa sign up na webinar or whatever. Wala pong upsell. It's purely just sharing what is A2P all about. Who here, so I think we're now live on Facebook, but who here is kumbaga first time marinig yung A2P? Can you guys type A2P in the comment if this is your first time hearing the word A2P, 10 DLC, like first time? I just want to know. Kung hindi naman first time, type 10 DLC. I'm someone who's actually struggling right now. So just type 10 DLC. Or probably you've been doing this for a while, you just need additional information, what's new, ano bang mga nagbago since then, because A2P has been there for a while, kaya lang, alam niyo yun, it's changing all the time. Ayan, marami rin palang gumagawa na nito, yung iba are, pretty much new. Okay. All right, so guys, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. But again, if you do have your cameras turned, if you have your cameras available, I suggest you turn your camera on para makita ko naman kayo. If you have any questions, we'll entertain that later on. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and present what I have here para we can start our lesson or tonight's session. So give me just a minute. I'm gonna share my screen. And I hope I'm doing this right. Nasaan na yung screen? Share screen, tapos presenter view. Okay, present full screen. All right, present. The window is just for you. Place it on the screen only you can see. Okay. Sandali lang guys ha. Enter full screen mode. Okay, sandali lang ha. I'm just sharing my screen now. Bakit ganun? Okay. That's fine. Okay. Oh, may nag-open ng whiteboard. Alright, let me just... Bakit hindi ko ma-share yung screen ko? Sandali lang ha, guys. Give me just 1 minute. Sige na nga. Full screen. Okay. Okay, sinishare ko lang yung full screen. Ayan. Alright. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Confirm, you guys can see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So again, for tonight, guys, we're gonna go ahead and talk about what is A2P SMS compliance. All right. First of all, I know that some of you here are new to the word A2P SMS. In the US, guys, in order for you to do SMS marketing, or basically in order for you to use SMS as part of your marketing, you would need to comply with what we call the A2P SMS compliance. Okay. And in a little bit, I will be discussing what is it really all about, or ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng A2P? Alright? Kasi that's like, this is like not a common word or term for most of you. So we'll discuss that in a bit, okay? But before that, hindi ko na masyadong introduce yung sarili ko, but you might be wondering, why am I doing this? CC certified ka ba? Technically, High Level has released certification for A2P. And yes, I'm a certified A2P person. So meaning I have done this multiple times. Actually, even prior the High Level A2P certification, I have been certified before. And if I can remember, we've already made or have approved or help someone approve over 200 or 300 times already. So we've done this multiple times. Okay, so for those na nagtataka, why am I doing this? That's all because we have experience in this particular topic. Okay, so now what is A2P 10 DLC? Okay, so A2P, it's actually a short term meaning application to person, and 10 DLC meant 10-digit long code. CC, hindi pa rin nagme-make sense. What do you mean application to person? So guys, again, in the US or if you're in the field of marketing, in order for you to send text messages, of course, you will be needing an application or a system to be able to send mass text messages. Kasi yung mga businesses, guys, that are huge, hindi naman sila nagba-manual text, no, from your mobile device para pag makapag-marketing text. They will be needing an application to send mass text messages. Okay, so A2P is basically referring to that specific process. Okay, so again, it is a way for companies or businesses to send text message to people. Kaya siya application to person or to people using an application and using a normal phone number. Okay, CC, what is a 10-digit long code? Guys, 10-digit long code is a local phone number, using a local phone number instead of a 1-800 number. So may dalawang types of phone number, 10-digit or actually tatlo yun may short code pa eh. So the long code is using the local number versus a 1-800 number. Kasi di ba kapag nakaka-receive tayo ng text message from a 1-800 number, we normally disregard that kasi we know that it's a marketing text. So in the US, people or businesses are using local business phone number kasi they know that they get a better response rate. Kasi nga, it's a local number. Meron din yung mga short code numbers. Ito yung mga 888, kapag mga galing sa Globe, Smart, ganyan yung mga short code numbers. Okay? So, that's A2P. Alright? And one of the platforms that is using, of course, A2P registration, or basically is very known for this, is High Level. Okay? So that's the reason why, guys, I have been certified inside of High Level. Pero I just wanted to tell you na hindi lang si High Level ang kailangan ng A2P. Any platforms who's basically sending SMS marketing, like if you've heard about Text Magic, if you've heard about Launch Control, all of these platforms need help in terms of A2P registration. Okay? So again, in my explanation kanina, application, it's high level. So there are tons of application. Kapag nag-chat GPT kayo, what are the application that sends text or text software? Lahat yon pwede nyong tulungan. Okay? Hindi lang si high level. Right? So high level is the application and the recipient you wish to send text message is the person. Hence, application to person or A2P. Cool so far? Okay. All right. So, how is high level actually sending text message from the platform? Okay. Well, it's actually able to send text message from the platform or from the software by the use of these hindi siya program by the use of this companies or platform as well. So guys, see, high level is just an application and they need to connect to companies like Twilio, TextGrid to enable texting. Meaning, bumibili tayo ng phone number not from high level but directly from these platforms like Twilio and TextGrid. However, si high level now created their own lead connector. Pero is lead connector different from Twilio? No, they're the same. Ang difference lang is you can either register with your own Twilio account, connect it with High Level, or you can purchase your phone number in High Level directly through Lead Connector. And Lead Connector, they have their own Twilio account. Kumbaga naka-white label si High Level kay Twilio, and that's through Lead Connector. Another platform is TextGrid. So if you're looking for an alternative for Twilio, pwede rin sa text grid kasi that can also be integrated inside of high level. Ano po sila? Sila po yung mga companies that basically where or text or voice calls, yung mga phone numbers are being enabled. Hindi po si high level yon. They connect with these platforms. Okay? So you might be wondering, bakit ba natin pinag-uusapan sa A2P? I mean, why is that a big thing right now in the US? And guys, let me make sure that everyone understand that A2P is a requirement in the US only. Hindi po siya from different countries, no? I think A2P is for both the US and Canada. So parehas. Okay? For Australia, they have a different procedure. Sa Pilipinas, may iba din tayong procedure. Okay? So why is this a big thing? Only because if you don't register for A2P, you're not able to send any marketing text. So kung nasa business ka where you're sending text message, of course, disabled yung texting capability mo. Alright? So why is A2P actually created in the first place? Kasi guys, in the past, wala namang A2P compliance. Wala namang kailangang i-register. Meaning, any businesses can actually purchase a 10-digit local phone number and send text messages. So, in the past, ganon. Walang registration, walang kailangan ng kung ano-anong requirement in order for you to purchase a phone number and send text marketing. However, because of this, you guys familiar with this kind of text? You won $1,000 Walmart card. Go to this link. Because of spam and unwanted text messages, A2P compliance or regulations were created. Okay? And why? So, FCC, I'm sure you guys have heard this. Kung nasa call center industry kayo before, you might know FCC. Si Federal, ano na yung FCC? Sorry, FCC stands for, hindi ako magaling sa mga acronym, guys. Federal Commission, whatever. Ayan, Federal Communications Commission. Parang in the Philippines, ano yung tawag ng sa atin doon, Shi? Ano ba yung sa atin? Telecom, ano ba yung sa atin? Yung parang katumbas ng FCC.
NTC.
NTC, yan. So, this company have noticed na, wait lang, ang dami ng businesses na gumagamit ng local 10-digit number to send messages. And the thing is, most of them are spam or unwanted. So, na ano ngayon, na-alarma ngayon yung FCC and they thought, let's put some regulations in place kasi we cannot allow this to happen because people are now complaining. So, that's why FCC and the wireless carriers move to regulate the A2P messaging, meaning they now require businesses to actually register before you can purchase a phone number in the US to send mass text messages. Basically, ang gusto nilang mangyari is that they want yung mga businesses to be legit na nagsisend ng text messages. And of course, they need to make sure that they can hold somebody accountable. So kung nang-i-spam ka, nang-fraud ka, of course, you can get fined for that. And guys, sobrang laki ng fine. I don't remember how much, pero per text messages, may ganun silang fine. Of course, your business can get shut down if they were able to prove na you're sending, if you're frauding people in the US. Okay? So do we understand why this was created? Guys, can you type or can you just type 2 if we're able to get kung bakit ganyan, bakit nagkaroon ng A2P? Kasi dahil dun sa mga fraudster, mga scammers. Sila talaga yung may kasalanan yan. Alright? So, let me just bring you guys back to the timeline. Like I said, I have started using high level as early as 2019. Okay? And during that time, si A2P, hindi pa siya big thing. Kasi we can still send text message anytime. We can buy phone number anytime without a problem. In fact, dati nung nag-send kami 5,000 texts a day, 20,000 texts a day, no problem. Okay? However, since this was created, so just to let you know, it was launched in 2019. By the way, let me go back to that. Basically, si FCC and wireless carriers, gumawa sila ng bagong organization and it's called the Campaign Registry. Okay, so the Campaign Registry was launched in 2019 to put up some regulations or compliance in place to make sure na they can hold businesses accountable for sending text marketing. So guys, Yung A2P is not a requirement by Twilio or TextGrid or ni High Level. It's never the requirement. It is a requirement by the campaign registry or the one that was binuo ni FCC and ni wireless carriers together to put some regulations in place. So wag niyo pong sisihin si High Level or yung mga platform kung bakit kailangan ng A2P. It's not their fault. It is by the campaign registry. So sila yung awayin nyo. Okay? So kumbaga nagko-comply lang din sila with what campaign registry is actually telling them. Right? So, 2019, it was launched, wala pang regulation, until 2021, October. This was when official A2P 10 DLC registration system was launched. Meaning, created na yung system in order for them to track people down, kung sino yung mga nag-send ng mga fraud SMS. They're already asking people to register their business, but only until July 23, guys, or 2023, that this was hard launch. When I say hard launch, ito na yung they're already giving people deadlines na if you don't register your business, your phone number is gonna get shut down and you're not gonna be able to send text message. Actually, ilang beses nagkaroon ng deadline. Kasi the initial deadline was July 2023 until na-move ng end of August hanggang naging November 2023. I think na-move pa yan further until January 2024. So during this time, guys, ito na yung kasagsagan na ang daming nag-a-ask sa atin or sa akin specifically ng help about campaign registration. So if you search sa YouTube, meron akong tutorial for A2P. That's because nung time na to kasagsagan ng lahat ng businesses shut down for sending text message. So hence, we were able to get at least over 200 people approved for A2P. Okay? And how much is that? Later, pag-uusapan natin kung magkano yung charge. Alright. So at present time, CC 2023 pa pala yan. Why are we talking about it again today? Okay? Only because it was recently announced, if I'm not mistaken, around December, okay, na sole prop, kasi in the past, sole prop can actually use their tax identification number to register for A2P. But starting December, although na hard launch siya ng January, sole prop businesses also now requires EIN. So meaning lahat ng sole prop, if you registered before, sometimes you can still send text message, but now they're tracking people down with sole prop registration, requiring them to, hey, you need an EIN now. So meaning people are not able to send text message. And also they've been doing not edit, but audit na yung mga mali-mali yung use cases. We're gonna talk about it in a bit. Sina-shutdown din nila for sending text message or for using 10-digit local number for making phone calls. Okay? So at present time, actually just a few days ago, nagkakagulong mga tao ngayon inside of High Level, and not just High Level but other platforms saying na, hey, bakit yung mga text ko ngayon is not going through? Like, what's happening? Right? Why am I not able to make phone calls? Because Twilio or not Twilio, like these platforms shut them down from sending those text message. So is this in demand? Absolutely, guys. Like I can tell you right now, sabi ko nga, the past 24 hours, I already received at least 5 inbound lead telling me, hey, I need help with A2P registration again. Okay? That's why we're talking about it now. So who wants to make money using A2P? Sino? Raise your hand, like put a heart in the comments. Sinong gustong mag-make ng money through A2P? Meron akong naging champion ng A2P. I'm not sure, Sheila, if you remember him. I think this was when I launched HLP pa. And he told me, since he's watched my video in YouTube, yun na lang daw yung services na ginawa niya. So, para siya naging A2P specialist. Do you remember him, Sheila? I forgot his name eh. Pero all of a sudden, that was the service he's been providing since. Tapos ang laki na daw ng kinikita niya because of this A2P thing. Do you remember that guy? I don't remember him eh, pero malay mo nandito siya. Okay, so now we know the story. Okay, what does the business have to do now in order for them to comply or still send text messages? Okay? So ayan, so why businesses are required to register. Again, fraud prevention. Yun naman talaga yung naging reason why A2P compliance were put in place, because they wanted to track down yung mga businesses who's again doing fraudulent activities. And of course, they're doing it to improve delivery messages, because wireless carriers, guys, yung mga AT&T, Sprint, Virgin Mobile, Verizon, yung mga companies na yan, they put a system to identify yung mga spam text messages. We're gonna talk about it again in a bit, but technically the system detects kung spam yung text message mo. Very good example is if your text message includes a link, they automatically decline or parang mark, anong tawag doon? They flag that as spam. So hence, if you're sending legit text message, of course, the purpose of A2P registration is to improve your delivery rate para they can separate legitimate business text from those that are spam or fraudulent text messages. And of course, they put this for another reason. Final reason is it standardized a way to identify the purpose of why you're sending text messages to your consumers or your customers. Okay, so ito lang naman yung mga tatlong reason why they have to do A2P compliance. All right? So now, what are the four types of registration? So guys, I want you to, if you can take note of this, better. If you can screenshot, better, guys, because these are something that you need during the registration. So there are four. We have the toll-free number. So guys, toll-free number technically don't require A2P registration. The toll-free number has a different A2P 10 DLC process. Okay? Kumbaga meron silang toll-free registration process, different from 10 DLC. The other one is the sole prop registration. So, ito lang naman yung depende sa type of business that you're doing. So, if sole prop ka, then you have to register as sole prop business. And then we have the low volume standard as well as the standard registration. Ano pong difference nung apat na yan? So again, these are the main difference. Kapag toll-free, like I said, ito yung mga 1-800, 1888 number. Basically, ang pinaka-advantage niyan is that you don't have to do the 10 DLC registration. Obviously, there's no registration fees required because with A2P registration, may campaign fees associated to that. Okay? But with toll-free, may one-time lang silang fee, but there's no registration or campaign fee that you have to pay for. Mas mabilis yung process, hindi kailangan ng tax ID or EIN, kagaya nung nilagay ni Sheila sa comment section. And of course, it has yun nga lang, ang disadvantage nito, lower yung pick-up rates. Kasi people who normally get messages from 1-800 number, hindi nila yun pinapansin. Kasi they think that, oh, this is just a marketing text. Okay? So now, the other registration you can do is the sole prop. Guys, again, just a couple of months ago, technically sole prop can register without an EIN. But this time around, unfortunately, in order for you to register or to avail or not to avail, but to register for A2P, you now need an EIN. Okay? Kahit sole prop. Unfortunately. Okay? And then, kapag sole prop ka, you have a 3,000 daily sending limit. Remember kanina I did mention na in the past, we used to send like 20,000 text messages, 50,000 text messages without a problem. But with the 10 DLC registration, meron ng limit of how many texts you can actually send. And that's depending on your registration type. So kung sole prop ka, you can only send up to 3,000 text message per day. Okay? Kapag naman low volume standard, you have you can actually send up to 6,000 text messages. See, standard is more than 6,000, meaning mas maraming text message kasi these are for bigger businesses. However, mas expensive yung fees. Any of these, the three sole prop low volume standard requires EIN registration now. The ones below, you can see, guys, are just the associated fees to register for A2P. Is it available in the Philippines? Yes, it is available. I mean, Twilio is available in the Philippines, guys, but it's a lot. I mean, it's very, very expensive. In the US, you can purchase a phone number for $1 and something cents. In the Philippines, if you want to purchase a phone number, it's gonna cost you $150 per phone number. At least that's the lowest that I've seen. So yes, available pero mahal. All right. So now, do we have any questions so far? Wala pa? Alright. Okay, so who needs to complete a phone registration or A2P registration? Anyone. Unfortunately, it's any business sending SMS or MMS to a US audience. So if you're trying to send text message in the US, you need this, no excuses, walang alternative. Okay? Yung sa standard coach, may limit ba siya? Actually, wala siyang limit. Ito is, ayan, meron siyang 6,000 segments per day. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng segments, guys? It's the character count. It's not the number of SMS. So this one is the number of SMS. This one is the number of segments. So kunwari ito, ilang segment to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's the number of characters sent. That's the number of segments. Okay? The safest, guys, is to only send, I'm gonna tell you now, para hindi kayo ma-spam. Yes, para hindi kayo ma-spam, at least limit your text only to 500 SMS per day. I've done text marketing for over 4 years to know. So just do 500 SMS per day especially if you're doing cold SMS. And we're gonna talk about cold SMS later on kasi I know you're gonna ask, pwede ba siya? Well, we'll talk about that later on. Okay? Total segments sa lahat ng recipients po ba yan, Coach? Yes. That's the number of total segments for the entire campaign that you did. Okay? We'll talk about the segments in a bit, guys. Paano nyo malalaman kung ilang segment? Madali lang malaman inside of high level. Alright, so again, who needs to complete the registration? It's anyone who is sending SMS or MMS in the US. Right? So now, what does the registration process involve? Paano po ba kami makaka-help mag-enroll or to actually help somebody register their business? There's three things involved, guys. There's the business identity verification, there's the campaign registration, and then of course, may associated na campaign fees. We're gonna break this two down in a bit. Okay, but business identity is, the campaign registry, just checking if, well, do you have an operational business? Is it registered? Of course, they would only let businesses send text. Ibig sabihin, kung wala kang business, you're not supposed to you don't have any reason to send mass text messages or a lot of text messages. Okay, so the very first thing that they will have to check is your business registered? Is that operational? Okay. Second is the campaign registration. Is like, how do you plan to use SMS in your business? And we're gonna break this down later on. And of course, the associated campaign fees. Okay. So now, are you ready to see paano yung process of actually getting their business registered? Okay, I'm sure that you guys are all ready. Mabilis lang to, but I will show you exactly how to do that inside of high level. And at the same time, ano yung requirements to be able to do it. Okay? So again, there's two steps. Okay? Kasi technically, campaign fee is not a step. There's only two steps process to get this registered. Parang andali, no? Dalawang process lang. Actually, madali lang naman talaga if you actually know how to comply. Or if you know what to avoid and what to do exactly. All right? So again, the step one is what we call the brand registration. Ito yung tinatawag natin, if I go back to my previous slide, it's the business identity verification process. What does that mean? This is like you proving, and guys madali nang intindihin. You have to prove to campaign registry that you are really the person who's trying to register the business. Parang you have to prove that, okay, I have a business registration and that my business is legit kind of situation. So again, it's like showing the phone companies that you are real and trustworthy. Okay? So how are you gonna prove that? Number one, guys, ito requirement na to. In the past, hindi to nire-require. But right now, your business must be at least 45 days old. What does this mean? Kapag verify ni campaign registry yung EIN number mo or yung tax identification number ng business mo, and it was just recently registered, they will decline it because it has to be at least over 45 days old. So if you're working with a client, the first question you're gonna ask them is, how long have you had your business registered? Kasi if it's new, meaning kakakuha pa lang ng EIN niya, then that could be a reason for rejection. Are we cool so far? Number two, of course, we need you need to ask them their business tax ID or their EIN. And of course, you will be needing to get their required documentation. Guys, I mentioned it's just an or because you need to just go ahead and provide them. Why do you need to, sorry, not provide them, but why do you need the required documents? It's only because you need to make sure that the documents matches what you're using in the system. I'm gonna discuss that later on. Ano yung sample document, ano ba yung mga dapat nyong i-verify from the document over to the system or the application. And then finally, you will need a public verification na you have online presence. Meaning, either you have a website or a business page. Guys, dati tinatanggap pa nila yung Facebook page, like Facebook business page, LinkedIn business page. But for some reason, recently, we've been having issues with getting it approved kapag wala kang business URL or website URL. So, dati kasi sinasabi ko pwede na yung Facebook business page, but this time, we would require that your business has a website. Okay? Kasi they are manually looking into your website to see if you are compliant or not. So hence, you need to have a website URL. Okay? So once you're able to prove this, so yan yung step 1, brand registration. Okay, now let me switch over to, okay, now I'm gonna have to share my screen. Yan yung first step. Sisi, how do you do that inside of high level? Sandali lang ha, mga kapatid. Alright. Sherwin, Liar, no, unfortunately, hindi na nila nire-recognize si GMB. So, like I said earlier, it has to be a business website. And I'm gonna talk about why later on. So, guys, can you see my high-level account sa left side? Are you able to see it?
Yep.
Okay, great. So guys, this is high level. This is the application that we're using to send text messages. So this is one of the application that basically is connected to Twilio or to Lead Connector para makapag-text marketing ka. So again, in high level, if you go inside of the settings, we have here a place where you can purchase a phone number. So from here, just go under the business services. So that's under phone numbers, okay? So as soon as you go inside of the phone number tab or dashboard, automatically guys may warning kagad dito kapag you need to go ahead and submit or to complete an A2P 10 DLC registration. So meaning if it's failed, if it was approved, this is where you can actually see them, okay? So again, if you purchase a phone number, technically you can purchase a phone number, but as you can see guys, hindi mo pa siya magagamit for texting. Ibig sabihin, when you try to use this number for texting, it's just gonna go back. Magre-return lang siya. Magka-fail lang siya because you're not yet registered to A2P. But technically, you're able to purchase a 1-800 number instead of a 10-digit local number. Okay, so Sisi, how do you know that? Again, if you try to purchase a phone number, guys, you can actually filter if you wanted to purchase a toll-free. Ayan, no? Toll-free ba? And then these are all the toll-free numbers. And again, for these numbers, hindi na kailangan ng 10 DLC registration, but you will be needing to do the toll-free registration instead of 10 DLC. But if you want a local phone number, which is the 10-digit local number, you can go ahead and click on local, and these are all the local phone numbers you can purchase from the system. Okay, so now if we go back to the first step process, it says brand registration. So to register, there's two ways. You can click on start now, or you can go to the trust center tab, and this is where you can start the registration. So as you can see guys, may dalawang process, brand and campaign registration. The easiest to get approved is brand kasi you're just submitting your business information. si campaign yung mas matagal or laging nagkakaproblema yung mga tao. Alright? So now let's go ahead and try to start the registration process. Alright? So here is the actual step-by-step procedure inside of high level. As you can see here, it's gonna tell you or it's gonna ask you right away, is this registered in the US or in Canada? Because this process that we're talking about now is only applicable to this market. Okay? Because if it's no, definitely you have a different process to follow. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and click on yes. It's basically registered in the US. And then here is where you can enter your business information. So guys, let me just go back to my presentation kanina, no? Again, number one, verify that it's at least more than 45 days old. And then you have to have this two, business EIN and required documents para ma-fill outan mo to. Okay? Because if you don't have these document, articles of organization, or tax filing document, you're not gonna be able to fill this out. I recommend to get the actual articles of organization para siyang SEC documents. That's how it looks like, okay? Let me pull mine. Dali lang. Articles of ay, para makita niyo yung sample document. Articles of ano na nga yun? Articles. Ay, ano ba yan? Wrong spelling. Articles. Andali lang. Let me just grab my articles of incorporation in the US para you can see the sample document. While I'm looking for it, guys, may question ba kayo so far? You can unmute yourselves if you do have any question. Baka nabaliw na kayo dun sa may first part pa lang. Asan na yung ano ko?
Quick question lang, Miss, if possible.
Yes. Go, go, go.
Is it possible na ma-approve yung A2P if ever we are in the local, here in the Philippines, since we don't have EIN?
We have a different process kasi you have to have an EIN. So meaning dapat registered yung business mo in the US. Later on, I will tell you ano yung alternative natin for the Philippines. Okay?
Thank you, thank you.
Ayan. I know that you guys are excited. What can we use in the Philippines? Alright? Meron namang alternative. But for 10 DLC, it's only for the US market. Gusto mo yung hinahanap ko yung ano? Sandali lang guys. Give me just 1 second here. I'm trying to find my articles of incorporation in the US. So yes, I did register my business before in the US. Kaya ako merong ganitong document. Okay, so give me just a minute. Alright. Sorry na. Ayan, sino pang may question while I'm trying to pull this up?
Coach, ako po.
Go.
Kahit sub-account yung kunwari account ni client, pwede pa rin silang mag-apply ng A2P.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, bawat sub-account, bawat business. So, sub-accounts are basically the ones na naka-under lang naman sa agency. But the process is actually applicable to any businesses. So, that's anyone who's basically gonna be needing to send text message. Okay? So, hindi lang text marketing, but any text messages. Alright? So, ito na. Na-open ko na. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ayan na. Alright. Nasaan na? Alright, can you guys see it? Ito yung sinasabi kong parang in the Philippines, yung SEC document natin, no? So, in the US naman, this is the articles of organization. So, why is this needed? Guys, ang common mistake kung bakit nare-reject yung mga brand registration, it's only because yung mga sinasubmit na documents or information inside of the system like this one is actually not matching the ones in the articles of organization. So, that's the reason why if you're trying to help somebody register their E2P, the first thing you're going to ask them is, okay, can I see your articles of organization? Para you can make sure that whatever is in here is the same information you're going to fill out inside of the system. Okay? Again, this has to match. Hindi pwedeng different. Kasi konting mali lang ng details, obviously you're gonna get rejected right away. Okay, so ang best practice is you have this beside you, and then you're gonna go ahead and register the business. Okay, so this is an LLC. As you can see, it's an LLC. So I selected the business type to be the limited liability company. And by default, it's going to be EIN. If your business is registered in Canada, you have to select this other one. But here is the registration number. Ano ba yung EIN ko? Hindi ko alam. Dali lang ha. I don't remember my EIN, pero kunwari lang 1, 2, 3, 4. Test lang naman ito. Ayan. Alright, business industry. So just fill it out. Kung nasa marketing ka, nasa real estate ka, just go ahead and select. If there's nothing here, just select kung ano yung pinaka-close one. Guys, as you can see, business email. Notice na very strict sila na yung business email mo has to be in your business domain. As you can see, example at domain.com. Meaning, dapat meron kang business domain that's matching or business email that's matching your domain name. So in this case, dapat ang gagamitin ko dito is jtvirtualassistance.com. And that has to match your business name. Critical. Critical stuff. Kasi kapag hindi, you can also get rejected. Okay? Ayan, nakalagay na pala dito. Dati kasi wala to. Oh. Any businesses registered in the last 45 days will be rejected by TCR automatically. Kasi kapag newly registered yung business mo, wala pa sa database. So hence, it will be rejected. Okay? What's a more critical step? Guys, please take note of this. Website URL. And guys, this is one of the rejected reason most of the time is that the business name is not matching the domain name ni business. Like meaning the website URL. Kasi it has to match. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, oh, my business website is jtva.com. Or kunwari, binago mo. Hindi pwede. Kasi it has to match your business name. So if your business name is JT Virtual Assistants, then your domain name has to say jtvirtualassistant.com. Or else, that's a reason for rejection. Why? Kasi you're telling me that this is your business, pero different from your business name, then that's not your business. Are we good? Okay. And then here, you can select kung saan ka nag-operate. So if that's USA, Canada, then go ahead and click on that. And then here, you have to go ahead and fill out your business address. So like I said, ano lang naman siya, copy and paste. So just find yung address ng business mo. So as you can see, meron tayong principal office address here. That's what I'm gonna copy. And then zip code, Wyoming. This is, where is this? Wyoming. I think Wyoming. Wyoming. And then Sheridan. Ayan. Alright, and then click on continue. Again, make sure it matches the ones in the business documents. Guys, itong authorized representative has to be the same person in the business registration. So kung ang nakalagay dito JC Tan as the actual representative, then you have to make sure you're using that person's information. And kung ano din yung nakaprint doon sa document, yun din yung isasubmit yung business information or details dito. So job position, CEO, ano daw yung email address na nakalagay. So as you can see guys, hindi siya the same doon sa kanina. That's okay kasi yan yung sinubmit ko sa may SEC. Tatawagin ko na siyang SEC. Alright, and then phone number, right? And then, you're done. Okay? Almost done. And here, you're gonna go ahead and select ano yung gusto mong type of registration. Is it gonna be low volume or high volume? Guys, to start with, normally kapag mga for text notifications lang naman yan, for very minimal na marketing text, you have to go ahead and register for low volume kasi mas mabilis yung approval compared to high volume or standard. Okay? So as you can see, nandito rin yung nakalagay kung ilan yung limit per day. So depende naman dun sa requirements ni client. But majority, we register for low volume standard na type. Okay? So here, you just have to go ahead and acknowledge this. It will tell you how much you're gonna get charged for the registration. So just click on continue. Right? So guys, ayun yung first step. Did we see the first step? Good? So now, you're able to submit your brand registration because the second step is now gonna be the campaign registration, the most critical one. Again, this is where most people gets declined. Kasi karamihan, tama naman yung information na sinasubmit. Nare-reject naman sila ngayon dito sa may campaign use case. And this is where you have to listen in. Okay, so the next step is the campaign registration. What is campaign registration? This is showing what kind of text message you want to send. Remember, guys, see, campaign registry, they have to regulate yung mga text message na we are sending to people. Meaning to say, if you're a business owner or if you have a business, you're not supposed to cold text people. Ano ibig sabihin ng cold text people? Yung nag-send tayo ng mga parang marketing text, pero yung mga nakaka-receive nun did not opt in. What am I saying opt in? Guys, ano yan eh, may law even in the Philippines na in order for you to send text message, dapat nakapag-opt in tayo to receive those text messages from these businesses. Kasi if you did not opt in, this business could get fined. Meaning pwede silang makasuhan, pwede silang ma-finean for sending those unwanted or not unwanted pero hindi allowed na text messages. So that's the reason why they're doing the campaign registration. Meaning TCR needs to know para saan tong purpose mo. Mag-send ka ba ng anong type of message? Okay? So campaign registration, basically, ang kailangan natin dito is number 1, your campaign use case, and then of course the sample text messages. Dito nyo siya makikita. Alright, ayan sample, ito yung case description, ano yung sample text message, how that's gonna look like. Okay? So, see, ano po ba yan? Paano po yung, ano yung ibig sabihin ng campaign use case? Again, ito lang yung mga dapat nyo explain. Number 1, why you're sending the text message. Who will get the text message? Was that your customer? How often you're gonna be sending this message? Every day ba? How people can say no, meaning how will they opt out kapag ayaw na nilang makareceive ng text message sa'yo. These are the most important thing that campaign registry will be checking. Okay? Now, ano ba yung mga different allowed, and I said allowed, guys, because a lot of people are sending not allowed na text messages. Ano yung mga allowed? These are the standard campaign use cases. If you try to go to the support document ni high level, andun din siya. Kailangan nyo lang maghanap. So just type in A2P use cases and you can see this same thing na you're seeing in my presentation right now. So what are those? Ito dapat yung mga allowed for businesses to send. Ano yung mga type ng text na yon? 2FA. What is 2FA? 'Di ba kapag nag-send kayo ng pera sa GCash, may two-factor authentication na parang, type this text code para ma-verify yung account mo kind of situation. That is 2FA because it's authenticating or verifying your account information through text. That's number 1 use case. Okay, what else? The account notification use case. Meaning to say, if I have purchased something from your business, you can notify me and say, hey, CC, you have purchased this. That's notification. Like, it's just literally notifying you any changes in your account. Actually, not purchase but account changes. Yung mga sa mga bangko, guys, di ba nakaka-receive tayo ng text na you have changed your email, phone number. So, those are account notification kind of text messages. We also have the customer care. Of course, yung mga normal na customer care text messages like support, like, hey, thanks for calling us, whatever. This is, kapag kumonta kayo ng mga support dito sa Pilipinas, they normally send you acknowledgements or follow-up text after a certain ticket has been opened. Okay, delivery notification, ito yung sa mga orders, like I said earlier. Text messages from higher education, so mga yung schools, required din sila to send text message, so you can, you have this use case. We have the fraud alert. So, alam niyo yan, si Union Bank, di ba, nag-send sila ng mga text alert saying, don't click yung mga links, it's not from Union Bank kind of text. Those are allowed text messaging. And of course, we have the marketing text. Pwede naman mag-send ng marketing text. Ayan. So, pwede kang mag-send ng mga promos na text. However, guys, this is highly filtered, yung mga ganyang marketing text. And I'll talk about later on paano filter ng mga companies na to yung mga marketing text. Okay? And then we have the mix. Karamihan, we register for mixed type of use case. Kasi ito yung, it covers the customer care, delivery notification. So, mixed case na use type. Kind of text campaign use case. We have the polling and voting. Hindi ito yung pang political use. pang survey. Alright? And then we have the security alert, yung mga notification of compromised system notifications, ganyan. Ito yung mga different standard campaign use case. If you're actually helping your client register para sa marketing campaign text, you normally need to make sure na sinelect nyo tong options na to. Marketing, mix, customer care, account notifications, and 2FA. Yung 5 na yan. Normally, you will be asked to select 5 to 6 types. So, ito yung hindi mawawala. Mix, marketing, customer care, account notifications, and 2FA. Did you take note of that? Again, 2FA, account notification, customer care, mix, and marketing. Pinaka-importante si mixed. Mixed type. Okay? So, this is being able to select ano yung campaign use case type. Bakit ka magsasend ng text message to your client. Alright? So, now, if we go back here, ayan na, nandito na tayo. This is where you're gonna explain your use case type. So, guys, notice, ayan o, you are gonna be asked to select your campaign use case type. Kapag Twilio ka nag-register, normally they will let you select 5 to 6. But in high level, you're just gonna be asked to select 1. So just select low volume mix kasi yan yung most generally used. Okay? What is the worst thing that can happen if, let's say, I registered just 2-factor authentication? Ano yung worst case na pwedeng mangyari? Any idea, guys? So let's say you got approved and the campaign use case na you have registered is 2-factor authentication. What is the worst thing that can happen when you're sending text message? Any idea, guys? Anyone? May gusto ba mag-attempt? Temporary restriction. Kunwari I registered 2-factor authentication use case pero nag-send ako ng promotional text. What do you think can happen? That's correct, Shena. Okay? Your message will automatically be blocked. Because the carriers can actually detect that, hey, you're sending message outside of your scope. Do we get that? Okay? So guys, be careful kasi na-encounter ko yan. Mali yung pagkaka-register ni client ng campaign case type. Tapos sabi niya, ba't hindi nag-send yung message? It was all because mali yung kanyang campaign use case type. So if you're sending general text messages, all that, make sure to select low volume mixed. Pwede po ulitin ang registration? Yes. Kaya lang every registration may bayad. So, yun lang naman. Kahit unlimited mong ulit-ulitin, pero may bayad. So, you guys have to make sure na pag ginawa niyo na siya, lahat double, naka-cross-check na. Alright? So, again, dito mo na-explain what are you using this text for. So, remember guys, you have to be able to explain 4,096 characters. Bakit ka nag-send ng text? Meron ng example dito. So, this campaign sends an appointment. Ano daw yung mga types of, ano yung mga messages na isa-send mo? Okay? And today, guys, I think I've mentioned in my post na I will also be sending you a document na I have used to approve 200 plus businesses. And you can copy and paste literally what's in here. Grabe ang swerte nyo, diba? Pinaghirapan ko to dati. Diyos ko. Ngayon, ika-copy-paste nyo na lang. So, I have this document. So, again, ito yung step 1 na sinasabi ko currently. You can see it in here. We're now in step 2. Remember, tamad kasi ako. I have to make sure na I can do anything easier. Okay? So, I can just copy and paste this exact use case. Ito yung parang sample explanation. But guys, please take note na you have to change yung description. Kasi, for example, this document, nakalagay dito na boosting buyer-seller confidence satisfaction. Kasi I was using this before for a real estate company. I mean, I've used this use case specific to a real estate. So, anong kailangan mong baguhin dito? You just have to go ahead and change this use case. So, kunwari, ano bang natin? Punta ako sa ChatGPT. I can copy and paste that. And be like, revise campaign use case. Ay, syempre mag-ChatGPT tayo. Huwag natin pahirapan yung sarili natin kasi ayoko na siyang basahin. Pero what I'm saying is just change what's there. Dami email. Yan. So, revise. Basta pag naka-close kayo ng client, guys, bigyan nyo na lang akong pangkape, ha? Joke lang. Revise campaign description below for my salon business. So, just specify kung para sa ang business type. Okay? Para hindi kayo mahirapan. Tapos, max length. Kasi baka too much na to. Hindi ko pa kasi na-update to. But here, max length, mm. Tapos, submit. Hindi nag-continue, diba? Bumagal. Dali lang. Copy-paste ko lang ulit. Pwede kayong gumamit ng ChatGPT, free naman yan. Ipa-revise nyo lang yung sample text para hindi siya specific to real estate. Yan. Ayan. So, pwede mo na itong i-copy and paste. O, diba? Na-update na yung description. So, this is gonna include stylist information, blah, 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 blah. Ayan. Tapos, you can just copy and paste this thing over here. Done. Okay? And then, you have to have the sample text message. Meron din akong sample text message dito. Just change it based on your business. Ang mga importanteng details dyan is the name, the business name, and to have this opt-out language, reply stop to unsubscribe. So you will be needing at least 2 sample text messages. Okay, so parang ganito. Come up with 2 sample text messages following the format below. Guys, yung business name, make sure to change it with your business name, ha? Baka naman kinopy-paste nyo, tapos business name lang din nilagay nyo, ha? Okay, so ayan na, oh. Copy. And then, oh, sorry. May mabasa kayong chismis. And then paste. Ano yan, chinichismisan ako ni Senry dito, eh. Ayan. Good? Alright, and then just make sure to guys, do not turn on this message include content related to direct lending or other loan arrangement. If you're not in that business, make sure na hindi nyo siya isa-select. This message include age-gated content. Wala naman tayong age-gated content. So kung hindi naman, you can uncheck it. Pero this two, by default, it has to be on or parang checked. Okay? Good so far? Madali lang? Madali lang, no? Guys, gumamit ng ChatGPT, wag lang copy-paste, ah. And then we have this, the user content. When we talk about user content, it's like, how do lead content consent to receive message? So guys, ito nga yung very important to the campaign registry. Kasi dapat, every time that people or our customers receive a text message from us, they have a way to opt in. Either from our website, ibig sabihin, pupunta sila sa website natin, tapos magbibigay sila ng consent na I am consenting Senry to send me text messages. So you have to explain that over here. Okay? Meron na rin naman ako ditong sample. Ayan. So ayan. So copy-paste lang ulit din to. Alam ko general tong ano ko dito eh. General to. So you can just copy and paste that thing. And then put it here. Change the business name to your business name. Okay guys, palitan niyo yung business name ha. Sasampalin ko talaga yung hindi magpapalit ng business name, kinopy-paste lang talaga yung business name ha. So if it's JT at JT Virtual Assistant, you can add a phone number, user can opt in by, sending text to 1-800 number, whatever. Yan. Tapos what's the opt-in message daw? Ibig sabihin, once they opt in, ano yung marireceive nilang message? Meron tayong sample din dito. Okay? So copy-paste lang ulit. Okay? Once done, click on submit, and technically you have submitted both the brand and campaign registration now. Andale. How much does it cost, CC, to charge? I normally charge, nahiya, bigla. I normally charge $150 to do the campaign registration. So once that's approved, you can see that now the brand is approved and campaign is approved. So meaning you're now able to go ahead and send text messages. Okay, sometimes you can see it approved. This one is still pending. Kasi normally guys, campaign registration or campaign approval takes about at least 3 to 5 business days, sometimes longer. We're only at the mercy of campaign registry to get our campaign approved. So normally yung expectation is at least 1 week. Kung may client kayo na you have to work with, you have to mention it will take about a week to get approved, but we're still at the mercy. Guys, gamitin niyo yung term ko ha. We're still at the mercy of campaign registry to get approved. So I cannot provide you ng like kumbaga ng guarantee na it will be approved right away. Are we good? Yung brand registration, it can get approved right away kasi ano yan eh, automated. Si campaign, it will take a while. Okay? So once that's approved, if you go back to your phone numbers, you can see now that your number is A2P, you are now A2P 10 DLC compliant, and that your number is now A2P verified. Cool? Meron ka ng $150. Walang time tracker, walang anything.
Paulit daw yung script mo.
Okay, paulit yung script ko. Paano ba yung sinabi ko kanina? Alright, so A2P registration takes about 1 week to get approved. But please take note, we're only at the mercy of campaign registry to get approved. So sometimes it can take longer. So I cannot guarantee the approval right away. Oh, recorded to ha? So pala na kayong mag-ano dyan. Kung may nag-note, pa-share na lang sa screen. Okay? Ano po ulit? Sige, type ko na nga lang mamaya. Ano ba naman yan? Pati yun eh. Okay. Alright, so are we good so far? So 2 steps. Brand registration and then campaign registration. Okay, so now, Cici, I know ang dali ng process na yun. Bakit ang daming nare-reject? Diba? Bakit daw ang daming nare-reject? So guys, I have identified at least 5 common reasons why people get rejected. And this is why. Number 1, very common, inconsistent business details. That's the reason why earlier when I asked you to work with a client, the first thing you're going to ask them is going to be the articles of organization. Because whatever that you have entered in the system has to match what's in the articles of organization. So kung ano yung mga prerequisite, nandun yun sa document ko pero later on I'll share it. But again, yun yung first, yung articles of organization. Make sure it matches everything. Cool? What else? Missing privacy policy link. This has been the biggest reason why people gets rejected. Ano to, CC? Let me go back to my demo account. Rapper daw ako. Sorry na guys, ang bilis ko talaga magsalita. Pasensya na. Ang haba kasi nito eh. Kaya pinamadali ko. Pasensya na kayo guys. Ayan. So guys, inside of high level, obviously people can create their websites from here. And again, we have to be able to let people opt in to send text messages to our clients or our customers. And one of the things that has to be in your website is an opt-in form. So what does an opt-in form looks like? Hanapin ko lang yung opt-in ko dito. Sample. Ay, saan na siya? Dito lang yun kanina. Saan ko pinasok? May level demo. Tama naman yung inopen ko, right? Ano nilagay yung... sige na nga. Hindi, ginawa ko na yun eh. Hindi ko matanggap na wala siya dito. So, let me just double check. Ano ko siyang gawin? Gusto ko yung pati yung alright kinuha mo. Sige, wait lang ha. Hinanap ko lang yung opt-in form ko, guys, na wala kasi dito eh. Opt-in form. No, that's not the one. Ay, naku. Gagawa na nga lang ako ng bago.
Check mo sa history.
Inisip ko nga kung saan kong hindi ko kung saan kong account nilagay kasi I've been working on it earlier. March 5. Meron ba akong anything on... baka ito. Ito. Ayun. Diba? Ayan. So guys, kapag daw, ito yung very, very critical because the campaign registry department do check the website manually. So walang lusot. And karamihan, nare-reject because of this opt-in form. So meaning to say guys, if you're collecting information ni client from your website, you have to have this type of form. It's an opt-in form that basically asks the client, okay, please submit your first name, last name, phone number, email, etc. And more than that, these 2 boxes here, hindi to pwedeng mawala. This is again one of the reason why you're gonna get rejected. Number 1, is yung disclaimer saying, hey, you're consenting na you're gonna be receiving a text message from us, alerts and occasional marketing communication from our company. Make sure na it specifies what company name, the message frequency, message and data rates may apply. Ayoko nang pahirapan yung sarili ko. Meron ako dito. Gusto mo yung sabi ko, copy-paste nyo na nga lang. Na-stress na akong i-describe yun. Ito yan. Just copy and paste this in your opt-in form. And basically, this is what they're gonna be looking for. Meron kasi tayong web opt-in formula na TCPA compliant. It basically requires electronic signature, meaning dapat may way sila to put a checkbox na talagang naglagay ako ng checkbox to give you consent. It has to have specific consent stating na they're granting you permission to send them text. It has to include your business name. What's the communication method? So is it gonna be text? Is it gonna be phone call? Ano yung detailed opt-out process? And then yung consent compliance. Tapos dapat kinonfirm din nila na legal age sila. You can also confirm na yung information na they're submitting is their information and that message and data rates may apply. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, guys, copy-paste na lang to, ayoko na explain. Pero if you don't have this in your website, obviously you're gonna get rejected. Okay, that's Matic. Saan mo siya makikita? Saan ba yung mga We Buy Houses? Tingin tayo ng mga website. So dapat pag in-audit yan ni TCR or ni campaign registry, not the TCR, the moment that they do this, hindi, doon tayo sa contact. Any time na nagko-collect ka ng information, dapat merong ganong kind of disclaimer. And more than that, it has the privacy policy and terms of conditions link. Ngayon, requirement na siya. So, bawat opt-in form mo, dapat may privacy policy link. Hindi lang siya word. Linking itself. Okay? I mean, yung link itself. Okay, so this one, do you think this is gonna pass?
Hindi, kanina
Gusto ko
lang.
yung si Sheila hindi naka-mute. Sandali lang, Sheila. Hindi ka naka-mute, Sheila. Ayan, ayan. So, anyway, do you think this website is gonna pass kapag in-audit to? No, alright? No right away kasi it's, number 1, walang privacy policy link from the opt-in form. And number 2, wala nga yung actual approve na disclaimer text messages. I mean, not text messages, but disclaimer text. Okay, so that's the number 1 thing that they will be checking from your website. Again, this is the most common rejected reason. Okay? CC, paano yan pag yung client na winwork on ko, walang ganyan sa website? Di part yun ng $150. Madali lang naman guys maglagay ng opt-in language. Sampaling ko naman kayo. Masyado naman kayong sakim. CC, can I charge them extra $150? Pwede naman, nasa sa inyo naman yun. Okay? Ayan. So, what else? Business name doesn't match the website URL, just like I've mentioned kanina. Kung We Buy Houses, tas yung business registration mo is JTVA, obviously doesn't match. Auto-reject. Okay? What else? Ayan parang example, business names, Sunshine Bakery, tapos yung website mo, deliciouscookies.com. How is that the same? Diba? Ang layo. Alright? Tapos, ayun nga, missing website opt-in. And guys, ito, bago to. Email and phone number are no longer required. Dapat guys, pag naglagay kayo ng opt-in form, itong phone number and email, they're no longer required. Part na siya ng TCPA compliance. Hindi na dapat tayo nagre-require from customers to enter yung phone and email number nila. It's an optional pieces of information. So that's also one of the things na the campaign registry will be checking kung compliant ka ba. If you're not compliant, like I said, your campaign will automatically be rejected. Okay? Yan yung most common reasons. Okay? Ito, I got rejected for this reason. Ayan. Gusto ko yan, Ivan. This is something new, guys, kasi ngayon nagre-reject na sila for other reasons. So normally, we now have, gusto ko yan, Ivan, up to 3 attempts. So kapag daw more than 3 attempts, kailangan mo nang mag-provide ng tax document, which is a CP 575 form. Ayan, so confirmation letter from EIN na talagang meron kang EIN. Okay? And client doesn't know, oh my God, bakit di nila alam? Tawagan lang nila yung yung IRS department to be able to get that document. Actually, kapag tinawagan mo si IRS, madali lang tawagan si IRS eh. You can get or request this information through fax. Pwede nilang i-fax yung information na yan. Alright? Okay, so now, let me go back here. So guys, ito is an entire, ilang pages ba to? I don't know. Somebody sold this before. Ang kapal ng mukha, 'di ba? Binigay ko to for free, binenta. Sasampalin ko talaga yung magbebenta ng document ko, tapos hindi pa dinilit yung logo ko, guys. Talagang ginamit lang, 'di ba? Ibinenta pa. Ayan. Anyway, ano yung may nagtanong kanina, what are the prerequisites? So again, these are the prerequisites. We've discussed this already. Again, the business must be 45 days old. You have to get the business EIN. You have to be able to get the articles of organization or tax filing document. If you can ask that ahead of time, mas better para wala na kayong back and forth ni client. And then, of course, you need to get their website para makita or ma-audit nyo muna whether they're compliant or not. If they're not, update the website first before you will submit the campaign registration. Okay, so again, in this document, you will automatically see ano ba yung mga nandun sa, ano ba yung mismong process. I'm gonna share this link in a bit. Okay, sandali lang. Alright, so ano pa ba? Ano pa ba yung kailangan yung malaman sa E2P? Wait lang, may naalala akong kailangan yung malaman. Nawala sa isip ko kung ano yun. Ayan. Ayun, naisip ko na. Okay, so how does it look like kapag I have to offer this? Gusto niyo ba makita yung sample proposal? Grabe naman, napakabait ko naman. Sige. Share ko na nga. Pero i-share ko lang yung template sa HLA lang. Syempre, hindi ko naman kayo lahat estudyante, 'di ba? So, sa HLA ko lang i-share yung template ng A2P. Sorry na guys. Ayan, mag-enroll muna kayo sa akin. Eme. Ayan, so, eto. So, normally, if I have to work with a client, ito yan. Yes, enroll na kayo guys. Pero sa again sa HLA ko lang sa sharing document ko. Screenshot niyo na lang, mabibilis naman kayo mag-screenshot eh. So this is my sample proposal for clients normally. So again, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. How do we get started? So these are the prerequisite information. Ayan. Okay, I have how many pages ba to? 2 pages lang pala to. Madali lang pala. Ayan. So, legal business name, EIN, this documents, your tool credential, and I'm referring to high level or whatever platform that I have to submit the A2P registration. I needed their business website URL that needs to be A2P compliant. If it's not, of course, I will discuss that with them. And of course, I'm going to tell them normally discuss about $200, but for you just now, I'm going to give it to her $150 only. Ayan. So, multiple submissions, yes. We will work with you until your campaign is approved. Guys, make sure that I'm teaching you now. You have to make sure that you work until they get approved. Hindi after ng submission, tapos na yung service nyo. No. Your service needs to help them get approved. Okay? Ayan, turnaround time normally takes about 2 to 4 weeks. Ako medyo mas conservative ako sa time kasi meron yung mga client na parang, kailangan 2 days approve na. Right? So, I also have my terms and conditions below. Pero hindi ko papakita sa inyo kasi hindi naman kayo HLA. Alright? Yung first part lang. First part lang yung yung ipapakita ko. Okay? Yung mga estudyante ko, copy-paste lang sila. Syempre, may template na kami. Ganun kadali. Alright? So, questions guys, so far. Any questions so far? Actually, tapos na yung discussion natin. Alright, may tapos na yung discussion natin. Pero before I end it, I'm sure you guys are wondering, kanina may nagtanong, is there an alternative for Twilio or for TextGrid? Actually guys, meron naman ng alternative that you no longer have to do A2P registration. And this is what we call the process naman ng eSIM. So if you're familiar with eSIM card, meron tayong service provider that caters eSIM card. Although medyo madugo lang yung proseso, but you don't have to do A2P registration. So kung may mga nakamit kayong client na I don't like to do A2P registration, sole prop ako, ayoko mag-register ng EIN. We have an alternative and it's actually called My CRM Sim by Gary Capps. So Gary Capps is the founder and CEO of My CRM Sim. So if you want an alternative na walang A2P registration, you definitely want to consider My CRM Sim. It also works in the Philippines. But like I said, you might want to visit their website. Just go to My CRM Sim to see what's the process like. They now offer unlimited SMS and WhatsApp for high level specifically. And again, this is an alternative for Twilio. If wala kang EIN registrations, wala kang ganyan, and you want to use US phone number, you can absolutely go to My CRM Sim. Ito rin yung alternative for Australian clients kasi si Australian clients medyo mahal din ang registration for Twilio and mas mahal mag-text from Australia. So their alternative is My CRM Sim. And if you are part of this webinar today and you want to sign up or your client wants to sign up, you can use this code 1month50 and it will save them $50 for the first month ng kanilang registration. Okay? Ayan, 1month50. Alright? Pa-save. Kasi kung may clients kayo who would like to literally sign up for My CRM Sim, you can go ahead and use that code. Hindi ko po yan affiliate. Gary just provided me the link para I can share it with you guys. Sayang din yung $50. Cool? So please save it, My CRM Sim. He's also one of our partners as well. Alright, so now let's open the floor for Q&A. Grabe, minalat ako dun, guys. Ang haba nun. Diba ang haba? Nikki, medyo kailangan mo ng workaround for those scenarios. Guys, you can unmute yourselves if you want to ask questions para hindi na ako magbasa sa chat. But yeah, for forbidden use cases, medyo mahirap talaga. Kailangan mo mag-workaround for that. So normally, yung ginagawa namin, we get them approved for something else muna. Alam mo yon, before we use it for credit repair services kind of situation. So, ganung workaround. Pero it's a miss or hit or miss. Sometimes you get lucky and you get approved, sometimes you don't. Kaya nga sabi ko, you get them approved first for another business model, like different business model before mo siya gamitin for your actual business use case. Coach, pwede po bang gamitin yung multiple EIN number kung registered na po siya under one sub-account then magta-try po ulit mag-register? Yes, pwede naman. But again, the sub-account needs to be under the same business name. Kumbaga, the same, you can have multiple, naman kasi, sub-account for your business. But again, yung registration mo needs to match kung ano yung nandun sa may business profile na sinubmit mo. So when you send text messages, of course, that has to be coming from the same business. So if it's the same business, yes, you can enroll for A2P multiple times, however you want, kung ilang gusto mo. Okay? What else? Question. I'm not able to go back dun sa mga what if they are business overseas, anong business document ang hihingiin? Ano lang these are for clients who registered their business in the US and Canada. Okay. Registered pa
Hi,
lang sa US
Coach.
and Canada.
Add ko lang, we have question earlier about doing business as, the DBA.
Oh yes, DBA.
We have experiences po kasi like you mentioned sa lesson natin today that their business details must match the website, right? And we have cases na po kasi on the business details recently lang that we do like the sub-account is different, the sub-account name is different from the website. So our work around is we add on the business details form, so the name of the sub-account, and then we add DBA, and then what's the name on the domain name. So for example, like say business name is High Level Accelerator or something, and then our domain name is different, so Salig CRM AI. So we do as a workaround on the business details form is High Level Accelerator DBA Salig CRM AI. So we tried that as a workaround and it passed through naman po to the
Ayun,
approval,
minsan
yeah.
hit or miss din siya, pero it's a good workaround. So what she's saying is kung sa sub-account name mo nakalagay High Level Accelerator, pero in your business document, it's Salig. So what you have to do is Salig DBA and then High Level Accelerator. But again, it has to be in your business documents. Kasi ina-accept naman nila yung DBA for as long as, ibig sabihin kung sub-account mo is a different name, as long as nakalagay doon doing business as. Okay, so ibig sabihin yung website URL mo rin pwede ring under your DBA kasi nakalagay naman sa legal business documentations mo. So the DBA thing is acceptable, okay? Question, paano registration para sa mga may answer that? Yeah, guys, pwede kayo mag-unmute. Bakit ba takot na takot kayo mag-unmute? Yes. Yes, Shena. You can definitely change yung first name to their actual lang parang hi, this is CC from Salig AI. So you can replace that as a sample text. May naging client na po ba kayo dito local using JHL or puro overseas clients? We have local businesses. Guys, with Salig, we will eventually be enabling local text message pero it's still in the roadmap. Most likely around Q3. Okay? So in the meantime, pwede kayong gumamit ng workaround like My CRM Syn. Ano pa ba?
And coach, I
Sheila,
think it's a
question ka.
workaround also in the Philippines. Do they we have other communication channels like emails and WhatsApp, right? So they don't really need to opt into SMS if they don't need to.
Mhm.
So we have UK clients, they just use WhatsApp. So I think it's
Mm.
okay.
Yeah. Alam niyo pagod na pagod ako today pero ginawa ko pa rin 'tong webinar, hindi ko rin alam kung bakit. Joke lang. Sana po makahingi kami ng copy nung docs, pero salamat po sa webinar na ito. Okay, guys, if there's any one favor that I will ask from you by joining this webinar, just join our High Level Pilipinas community. Of course, share the community to anyone you know who would like to learn high level. Of course, share niyo na rin sa timeline niyo. Diyos ko, para naman dumami yung mga followers ko, share niyo naman ako sa timeline niyo. Joke lang. Ba yan, ano daw Sheila, ang requirement natin, no, bago ibigay yung link, kailangan nakapag-post sila sa timeline nila, no? Joke lang. Ayan.
Share the video. Yeah.
Oo. Actually, let me share it now. Hindi ako madamot eh. So, let me share it. Wala ring opt-in. Share ko lang sa inyo. Pero wag niyo namang ibenta. Maawa naman kayo, guys. May nakita ko nagbenta nito. Mas yumaman pa sa akin. Buisit siya. Buisit siya.
Anong isi-share mo?
Sharing the document. Here's the one-page document. Or not the one-page document. Ayan. You can save it, use it however you want. Dami biglang pumasok ko. Ayan. Okay, change it however you want. Yes. 'Di ba? Ang dami kong binenta, no? Grabe naman yung nagbenta. Hoy, totoo yan, binenta yan, pero na-block naman siya sa high level kasi it was reported. Okay. Ayan, so questions, guys. Guys, huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong. We still have a few minutes, so you can ask me anything. Anything under the sun of A2P.
Coach,
Yes.
yung kanina po 'pag kunwari hindi nag-send, blinap ng US yung messages, hindi naman mabibill si client don sa mga sinend niyang messages?
Mabibill. Even
Mm.
for failed messages.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Ay, okay. Nakalimutan kong i-share. May isa pa akong i-share. Yun pala yun. Nasa isip ko kanina eh. Sorry na. I'm looking for it. Dali lang. Buti nagtanong ka, Shena, kasi may isa akong share. Guys merong rule sa pagsasend ng text message. Hindi porket na-approve ka na sa pagsasend ng text message, masaya ka na. Kasi may rule pa rin pagdating ng pagsasend ng text messages. Wait lang. Share ko ba? Joke lang. Hindi, wait lang. Inisip ko yung keyword na sinave ko yung file. Share ko ba, Sheila? Pag nag-share sila sa timeline nila, share ko. Wait, nasaan na yun? Saan yung
Bantay
file?
lang talaga kami dito sa pag-share mo. Yun yung totoo.
Oo. Pinagagalitan na nga ako nila, Sheila, bakit daw lahat libre? Ganun talaga tayo. Ilibre natin lahat. Lilibre naman tayo nila ng kape pag naka $150 eh. Guys pag naka-close kayo ng client at nakapag-approve kayo, i-share niyo naman sa timeline yun, naman, maging mabait naman kayong estudyante. At saka magturo din kayo sa iba.
Yeah.
Share the blessings. Share the blessings.
Share knowledge.
Bakit ganun? Mali pala yung spelling ko. Prohibited. Ano yung ginamit ko? Dali lang hinahanap ko lang yung prohibited words. Ano ba yun? Keywords.
Naalala ko na yung sinasabi mo sa HLP, hindi ba si Brian yun? Brian, ikaw ba yun? Nakita ko si Brian dito kanina eh.
Si Brian nga yata yun, yung naging A2P specialist. O yung iba dyan nakarinig lang ng A2P specialist, mamaya mag-update ng profile yan. A2P specialist. Naku, alam ko na yung mga galawan nyo guys. Alam ko na yan. Okay, anyway. Alright, so guys, like I've mentioned earlier, hindi because na-approve na kayo, okay na. Alright, there are still things that you can avoid or you should avoid when sending text message because there are, like I said, yung mga carriers, meron silang auto blocker. So the moment you send a text and that includes some of these keywords, your messages could get blocked. And depende kung ilang beses kayong na-flag, your account can totally get blocked. Ibig sabihin kahit na-register na kayo, approved na kayo, tendency is ano pa rin kayo, ma-block. Ibig sabihin hindi niyo na magagamit yung EIN niyo na yan for A2P registration once you get blocked. So it's important that you guys know and understand that when you're doing SMS marketing, there are keywords, certain keywords that you're not supposed to use or avoid at all cost. Okay? And these are these words. Bakit? Kasi ito yung mga commonly used for spam. Okay, yung mga, hi, I apologize for randomly texting you. My name is Cici. I wanted to sell you my TV or television. I don't know, but these are all the heavily used or keywords that you're supposed to not include in your text marketing. Yan. Oh, nilagay ko na ha. What else will you avoid? In high level, ito yung favorite ko sa high level guys eh. Ito yung pinaka-favorite ko kung bakit ako nag-switch sa high level. Because like I said, I've been in text marketing more than I was in high level. And in the past, we used to not have problems sending text message until nagkaroon ng 10 DLC or A2P compliance. So with high level guys, please take note na if you plan to send text marketing, please make sure that you're processing those texts in drip. And when I say drip, meaning to say, hindi ka pwedeng mag-send ng 500 texts at a time. Kasi you can get blocked. So, kunwari, nag-mass text marketing ka, no? Baka na-excite ka. Guys, please make sure there's a process in sending even emails. Dapat may lagi tayong tinatawag na drip process, meaning, paramdam mo naman na kunwari, tao yung nagsisend. Huwag ka naman mag-send ng 1,000 texts all at the same time. Alright, so like I said, ang gusto ko sa high level is they have that feature. So I have here, let's say, cold outreach campaign. And one of the actions that I'm adding whenever we send text message is a drip mode. When I say drip mode, ito yun, action, drip, campaign, drip. So this lets you decide how many texts you want to send every day, every minute, every hour. But basically, this lets you decide na, hey, I would like you to send only 2 texts per minute. So para the system controls how many texts are going out every minute. Okay? In that way, hindi nabablast text yung mga messages mo. Kasi again, when they see that, na parang, huy, wait lang, bakit si Angeli nag-send bigla ng 500 texts in 1 minute? Parang ano yan robot yon. So they detect that and they block your account. So what happens is you can get suspended for 24 hours or you can get suspended for forever. So if you don't want that, again, please make sure you have the drip mode turned on to decide na you only are supposed to send max of 4 message per minute, guys. Kasi a normal person naman, hindi naman makakapag-type yan ng 1 entire message in 30 seconds or something. So to make it normal, make sure to send between 2 to 4 per minute. Okay? Advisable only up to 500 SMS per day, especially kung cold outreach. Okay? Ayan, nagbigay pa ako ng SMS marketing tips ko dun Dapat hindi na eh. Joke lang.
Coach, add ko lang, baka meron tayong mga member dito na who has UK clients naman. Kasi I just want to share with them na we don't, we have a UK client, right? And the business is in the UK. first you have to ask them if they want to do that SMS marketing and wala pa silang phone number. You have to ask them first either um like what phone number they wanna buy. Is it UK phone number or US phone number? Kasi iba-iba, 'di ba? So if they want to buy a UK phone number, it's a different form that we submit to buy that phone number. We don't do A2P kasi that's for the US phone number. So yeah, we have the know your client or know your customer form. So yun yung ginagamit na form to for the SMS how you say that phone number to use for UK. And then if they want to buy a US phone number, then we register them to A2P or if they want to buy a toll-free number. And also take note that they can have on, for example, they have one sub account and they want to have a phone number from the US and they want a phone number from UK. If the question if it's possible, yes, it's possible that they have two phone number from different countries. Or it can be like Australian number and then US number on one sub account. Also, it's possible. They can register on both.
Yun. Thank you so much for the tips, Angeli. Ngayon ko lang napansin, nandito pala si Coach Dea.
May
Ano nga,
question
ay
ako
hindi,
dun.
wala ka na.
Yan, dito si Coach.
Oo nga, wala ka nga pala sa US, no? Nag-worry ako. Sabi ko, ba't dito? Tumaga pa lang sa kanila, ha? Naalala ko, dito ka na nga pala sa Pilipinas. Oh my
Oo.
goodness.
May
Ayan. So,
question ako, may follow-up question ako kay Angeli. Kasi
Go.
recently, di ba, ang UK, they no longer use yung phone number from Tulio kasi it's gonna be like a long code na.
Yes.
Can you
Yes,
buy long code
they
sa
yeah,
ano? Sa Tulio?
no, they have they fill up the form which is the KYC and then they have to fill up also the regulatory bundle. So yung regulatory bundle is like required
Suspect.
documents so they have to may ano yun may mga documents that they need to submit. For example, the business details, that they have to submit that. The how you say that? I have it here
Okay.
kasi I have
So for
the form,
example,
but
yeah, because we're planning to because some of our clients, yung sa agency client ko, we do have clients or prospects in the UK. Now, if we're gonna buy a phone number, are we buying the phone number inside of high level LC
yeah,
phone?
you can. Yeah.
Okay, and then that's
LC phone,
already
if you're buying a UK phone number, right, you will select there, and then they will ask you to submit a form. Like you have to fill out the form. So that's the KYC, and then you'll do the KYC process. So they'll ask you to provide the regulatory bundle address. You fill up all this form, and then once you submit all the requirements, because kasi it can be a business or just personal, like a solo prep, like that. So you fill up those form, and then yep, you fill up the regulatory bundle. You submit. Yep, they'll ask you to the copy of. I'm not sure what kind, but this has similar with the A2P. With the business form, like what CC shared. With the business details with their tax number. If that's for the business, but if it's not for the business, there's a different answers also that they need to provide. I think just the personal ID, like that. And then once they submit and it got approved, then they'll have the UK phone number. And that registration, I believe that's free. So then registration is free, and then the phone number, UK's phone number, that's the monthly bill.
pero with the UK phone number, so I'm in the nag-discussion na. Sorry. Yung sa-
That's good, but they'll
yung
learn
sa
something
UK
from
okay lang,
yeah.
go na lang.
With
Kasi for
with
sure,
the-
may UK clients.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
UK phone number in here, so I'm looking at the phone numbers in high level, So it's still the +44 usual phone number. But then my understanding is that you need to have it translated into long code. Long code ba or short code? Nakalimutan ko na kung ang tawag doon. Let's say long code. Kasi sa New Zealand, you'll be asked for a short code eh. The phone number in New Zealand can only allows you for phone calls, not SMS.
Mhm.
So for
Let
the
me-
UK, so the
let me check with
UK
that,
phone number, yeah. So UK phone number. So I'm here, buy your phone number. So it's a +44. Then if I'm gonna
Mhm.
proceed in buying this, right?
Mhm.
Then the next process would be submitting the KYC and such and
Yeah.
such.
Inform, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then are you able to send SMS with that particular phone number? here
Yeah,
in
but
LC?
once it get approved, if it's for the US? Kasi if it's
In the
for
UK.
UK phone number, UK,
UK,
right?
UK.
Our number is +44, then
Okay.
7360. That's the one that we're using. So
Okay.
it's a
You're
mobile
able to
number.
you're able to send SMS via workflows using that number?
Yeah, that's what we use.
Okay. That's weird. Okay. Which is good. The only thing lang guys is that if you are using a US phone number and you're attempting to send SMS in the UK, it will fail. It needs to
Mm.
be a UK needs to be a UK number to UK number.
Yeah,
But then
it's true.
UK phone number, since that, let's say that your the client's business in the US, right? And then you have
Is that the
leads.
question, Coach? If we're sending you sorry. We are
Yeah,
using UK phone number to send to US.
okay, but
No,
have
just
you used?
just UK. Just UK. So
Okay.
that's why we have two different number. One is from US, one is one is US number and one is UK number. So the UK number is just for UK clients,
Mm,
and then the US phone number is for the US clients.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the UK phone number for UK to UK, right?
Yeah.
Calls and SMS.
I'm not sure if we do calls here, pero I have to check on that, Coach. If we can
Okay.
call using this number. But it says here it's mobile. So
But it
I'll
only
check on
says
that.
here on me, capabilities is just voice call. Eh. It doesn't have the option
Pero
to
mamaya nga kayo
meron din
mag-away na
SMS.
dalawa. Joke lang. Hindi.
Ito yung mga healthy discussion.
I
Magandang
get the
discussion yan.
the question ni Dea kasi in the past we also try to send to UK. Unfortunately, you can't send if you're using a US phone number. You have to now register with UK parang regulatory bundle ng Australia, right? So this is what
Yeah.
I'm saying, guys. The A2P compliance is only for US and Canada. And you have to have an EIN in the US to be able to do this. So for other countries, you can use alternative solutions like MyCRM SIM, as I've mentioned earlier, or you have to go with the parang compliance requirement ng specific countries. Like si UK, medyo madugo din yung process. Si Australia, mas
sure.
madugo din yung process, and it's very expensive sa Australia. That's the reason why they have to use solutions like MyCRM SIM. So sa MyCRM SIM ba, kailangan nila ng 10 DLC? Again, hindi. What's the difference between the two? Si 10 DLC, ano siya, 'di ba, application to phone or sorry, application to person. Si MyCRM kasi ang ginagamit nilang technology, actual phone device connected to high level. So gumagamit sila ng actual SIM card. So kunwari nasa Australia ka, bumibili sila ng SIM card, ilalagay nila sa device, tapos kino-connect nila sa GHL. Si ano kasi, si Twilio, ano siya eh,
May nag-unsubscribe sa Hubscalc? Wala, hindi.
ewan ko sa'yo, Charmaine. Ayun, si Twilio kasi ano siya, cloud-based, hindi siya yung phone. Gets? Kaya kapag si MyCRM SIM yung gamit mo, mobile device talaga. So one of the requirement kung bakit yung iba naman ayaw gumamit ng MyCRM SIM kasi they have to purchase the device, compatible device first. Of course, they have to go ahead and look for the eSIM card and then connected to high level. Okay? Clear ba yun? So, kung ayaw nyo namang we don't have discussions yet for AU registration. Sige, never pa kasi ako nag-AU registration, pero kung meron, I will share.
Sa AU registration naman, you just need to, kasi although hindi ako nag-AU registration within high level, laging direkta sa Twilio. But then, the weird thing is, mas nadadalian ako sa AU registration
AU.
kesa sa...
Pero mas mahal.
Yes. Ang kailangan mo lang kasi na document sa AU is ano
ABN?
ABN lang. Yun lang. Isang
ABN lang,
buong ganun
oo.
yun. Kasi nandun na lahat ng information and then you submit.
Yun nga
Yeah.
lang, medyo pricey. As in, mahal yung text sa kanila. Like, one message cost, I don't remember eh, pero mahal. Kasi with the US, parang 0.0013, parang ganun lang yung presyo eh. Pero for AU, parang almost 5 or 10 times yung presyo nun. Actually, let me
Most
double check.
likely.
Magkano na nga yun?
Meron akong recently na, what do you call this? Client is in Canada. So he purchased a Canadian number, but then most of his leads are in Canada, but then some are in US. So he is required to submit A2P because kailangan niya mag message for the US clients. Now the problem is that this person he is paying taxes, but he doesn't have a business registration, which is needed. Hindi na daw inaalaw ang sole prop. Kailangan merong TIN number talaga. So, kasi the sole prop in the US, you can use SSN or yung social security number nila. In Canada, that's called SIN, social identification number. Before sole prop, they can use that. Ngayon, it's not allowed. We got rejected na 3 times. And then I found out na ganun pa.
Ayun. So, hopefully nakinig kayo sa in-explain ni Delia. So, may part ng sa may Canada client naman. So, ito lang yung comparison kung bakit people prefers to use my CRM SIM over Twilio if you're in AU clients or UK, no? So, makikita nyo dito na kapag kunwari nag-send ka ng 3,000 text message, gamit mo Twilio, this is how much it costs versus kapag ang gamit mo is si my CRM SIM. So, obviously, ang difference, imagine nyo guys $897 yung difference kapag nag-send ka ng this number of texts kind of situation. So, sinend ko din yung link sa inyo para you can check it out later on. Pero basically, one of the consideration is really the cost and plus, syempre, walang restrictions dun sa number of texts pero kailangan mo pa rin i-process and drip. Yan. Sa AU, pwede kahit IMA ang business and sub-account. Yes, ayan. So, pwede raw yung IMA ang business, ang sub-account. Pwede. Yun nga lang, mas mahal. O, yun lang yung kailangan yung i-take note.
Iba. Kasi yung client ko sa Australia,
Oh, yun si Brian ba yun? Si Brian. Ayan, go Brian.
Oo, siya yan.
ang ginagawa namin, ano siya, kahit future client lang nilalagay ko, pero na-approve siya ng ng yung niya, yung regulatory bundle kasi ang ginagamit. So kahit nagkaano ako future client 1 hanggang 10, lahat yun na-approve.
Ayun. So, pwede naman daw, sabi ni Brian.
Wait,
Not-
but paano future client? How do you register that?
Kasi di ba future client namin may sub-account siya. So, gawa ko ng mga 10 sub-account. Yun, mga future client. 1 to 10 yun. Tapos register ko na siya yung niya, yung
But then you're using the client's personal the business ABN.
oh,
Yeah, it's the same din dun sa previous client ko sa AU wherein franchise kasi sila. So the main franchise is the one that's purchasing phone numbers for the franchisees. And then the headquarters is using its own ABN details and then pinapasa na lang sa sub-accounts yung phone number.
Pero yung sa amin, iba-ibang yun, business. So, kasi digital marketing.
But still your client is using their own ABN, no? And then they're gonna pass along na lang the phone number to the sub-accounts
Yung risk
when you got the
nun,
clients.
yung risk kasi nun, yung cost is falling under the same, alam mo yun, falling under the same company. So, parang i-invoice mo yung different sub-accounts mo independently. Depending dun sa usage nila. Obviously, technically, right? Yun naman yung workaround before. Kaya lang yung nun is pag di nagbayad sa'yo. Tapos ang laki ng usages, yun yung downside.
But I think Twilio, if you are on the 497 plan, you're able to rebuild them even if that you're using Twilio, not LC. That's my understanding.
Oo, pwede. Sa rebilling. Pero yun nga. Pero kasi ngayon kasi lahat ng sub-account still need to register. So even if you
For
rebuild them,
sure. Yeah.
yes. So naka-under sila sa agency mo, pero every sub-account still needs to register. Pero you can rebuild. Yes, correct. Ayan. May nabanggit si Dea kanina so remember I've mentioned about 500 SMS per day as a limit. You can ramp it up. So kunwari 2 months, 3 months ka na. From 500, pwede mo na siyang gawing 600, 700. Kasi you can technically send naman up to 6,000 if you're under the low volume na type. So you just have to work your way up. That's the rule. Hindi pwedeng 6,000 kagad. Like 500, 600, 700. If you go to the high-level support document, meron yung ramp up, document that tells you yung parang specific timelines you have to follow. Like first month, second month, third month, the ramping process. Okay?
Actually, siya it's not necessarily like that on the timeline. Ang intindi ko dun sa article na yon is that on the first day, unless na ginagamit mo na siya. So let's say na you purchased the phone number on February 1st. and then gagamitin mo lang siya ngayon. Meaning, hindi mo pa siya
Ay,
nagamit
may
before.
consistency. May
Okay.
consistency dapat.
So, for this day, you are still limited sa 100. 100 gat or
Kailangan kasi
200.
dapat everyday din yung ginagawa
And
mong
then,
ganun.
yeah, pero ang nakakapagtaka doon is until you hit the 100, hindi ka magra-ramp up sa level 2, which is weird.
Well, marami
Yeah.
naman talagang kawirduhan ng SMS marketing. That's why I stopped SMS marketing. Hindi, pero ano naman siya. It's just, those are the guidelines that you can just share with your clients if you are helping them with SMS marketing. Yun lang yung mga usable tips and tricks when you're doing SMS marketing. Pero tama si Dea, kailangan may consistency. If you're actually sending 100, as you all of a sudden stop, you have to go back again, parang back to zero ulit yung pinaghirapan mo from the beginning. Kailangan may consistency with the volume of text you're sending out. Okay, ayan. So, 5 minutes. I'll do a little promotion, guys. Promotion talaga. We have another meetup coming this May 2nd. So, for those who would like or who would miss the meetup no last February 20, this might be your chance. Although I did not personally organize this event, but I was invited as one of the speaker. If you're part of this webinar, you can actually use HLA 5 to get a 5% discount. I think it's currently at $45 na fee, right? Wala pang final na location, but it's gonna happen in BGC Taguig. At least as far as I know. And this is gonna be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. na full day event. So we are expecting guests, like, not guests kasi sila yung nag-organize, but Andy Odate. He's also one of the SaaSpreneurs, and Jeff Cunningham. And I'm hearing that Mario will be coming back for this meetup. So I'm not sure if that's true. So we're limiting the guests up to 200. So if you haven't registered, please make sure that you do. And guys, please use my link. So ibig sabihin, for you guys to be under me and recognize that code, use this link kapag nag-sign up kayo. Wait lang. Paano na nga ito? Yan, tama ba yun? Tama ba? Ayan. So that's the link for you guys to tawag dito, sign up for the actual meetup. For High Level Accelerator, we're gonna announce our reopening ng classes would probably by the end of this month. Nire-recalculate lang namin kasi guys, lugi talaga kami nung last launch. Kasi imagine how many admins do we have and how many coaches do we have to pay inside of the community, and they have free sub-accounts. Almost everything is free. We're also extending the access from 3 months to 6 months. So you will now have options na mag 6 months and 1 year. So for those na naka 3 months, you will have or you will be given options naman then to extend up to 6 months to 1 year. So dalawa na lang yung magiging package, 6 months and then 1 year. So just please watch out for further announcements sa opening ng HL Accelerator. And yes, Salig Pay is still live. So if you haven't purchased your sub-account, you can purchase it directly through salig.ai, and it's currently at 2828 per month. Okay? Until further notice. Yan, until further notice. Okay? So, any questions so far? Meron din po ba tayong virtual or online? Coach, meron din po bang, ano to? Kenly, ano yung tanong mo? Biglang ano yung tanong mo,
Yung sa
Kenly?
meetup ni Odate.
Not yet sure kung magkakaroon sila ng online access. Currently, confirmed pa lang is in-person meetup yon. In-person siya na
I think,
event.
Coach, they have it on their FAQ on their website. That
Meron na ba?
Central. Yeah, they have the FAQ section on their website. I think
Ay,
they mentioned
yun.
about
Will there be a
the
recording for purchase? Parang no nakalagay. So, wala siyang event
Yeah.
recording, guys. And if you have not attended pala meron ako exclusive announcement talaga yun, no? But if you have not attended the meetup on February 20, you can still purchase the online recording. So you can go to this website, meetup.HLA Accelerator. You can purchase the online recording for 50% off just today. So yan, kahit hindi kayo nag-attend, you can actually purchase that. I'm gonna go ahead and post, ayan. So you can purchase it directly from here for 50% off yung recording ng entire event. It's a full day event, so you can get that recording. Okay, so punta na lang kayo dito sa my meetup at .HLA Accelerator, and you can use the code. Ano ba yung code na yun? Anong gusto niyong code? Gusto mo sabi, "Anong gusto niyong code?" A2P attendees, ganyan. Sandali lang, i-share ko lang yung
Pahabol.
oo, pahabol, ganyan. Okay. We will also be announcing more in-person meetup. We plan to have monthly in-person meetup per different cities. So watch out. Sino yung mga gustong
Ay,
makita kami in person?
malapit na
Yan.
yung Bulacan. Charot.
Yes, oo. Kaya lang exclusive kasi So hindi pa namin kayo maisama doon. A2P attendees. Ayan.
Uy, sakto. Cebu. Babalik na naman ako ng Cebu. Miss ko na
Oo.
yung danggit ng Cebu.
Oo nga, bigyan niyo naman kami ng danggit, A2P10 DLC. Ayan. So, I'm gonna give you guys a coupon. O gawin na nating 60% discount for today's attendees, yung mga bibilin ng recording. Nasaan na ba yun? Limit to this product only. Baka mamaya magamit nyo kung saan-saan. Asan na? Dali lang guys ha.
Alright guys, so while si CC ay gagawa ng code about your A2P
Gumagawa ng
registration,
code live, ganun.
promo code. Yeah, just to pag nag-submit kayo ng A2P registration, they're in progress, right? And you experience a rejection, and many of us do. So always go check the rejection error
Read that.
message, because read that, because that's how you gonna solve the problem. Kasi iba-iba. It can be an error of the opt-in form, missing consent, checkbox, and all of that. So check and read your rejection message, and then solve it from there, and then resubmit. So also take note, if you are resubmitting an A2P local line, which is not the toll-free number 1-800, it's charged, no? Every time, I think around almost $3 per resubmit. And our clients did not know about that before, and then we just noticed that we had that charges. So if it's a A2P local line, resubmission costs around almost $3 per resubmit. So check everything first, all the details before you resubmit. And then if it's a toll-free that you need to resubmit, again, check what's the error about, and then resubmit it. Toll-free registration is free, so you can resubmit it. How many or
In
much
short
you like.
guys, magbasa kayo. Okay,
In
yun lang
short,
yun.
magbasa.
Oo, pag
And let
nag-reject,
me, can I
basahin mo
share
kung
here?
bakit.
Can I share here, Coach? We have this A2P directly from High Level, which is, her name is Kate, and she's very approachable, and you
Helpful.
can Can I share the link over her
Yeah.
here? You can
Oo, yung
yeah,
support link ni Kate.
Kate. Yeah, I'm gonna share it with you here.
Oo.
And also you can reach out to her sa Facebook. She's responding also. She may just ask for the sub account ID na who's getting these
Rejected.
rejections all the time, and all the stuff. So, or you can reach out to her using this link, and then you can message, or you can book a call with her if it's your client really needs that call with her.
Oo. Ayan, lagay natin yan sa support document, guys. Lagay ko dito para you can see the link. So, if you needed support for A2P directly from High Level, you can message or you can book a call with Kate. Siya yung dedicated support for A2P registration. Ayan. Thank you for sharing. Munti ko nakalimutan yan, Anjali. Actually, nakalimutan ko na siya. So, nilagay ko siya dito sa may support document, guys. Again, only if you're using the platform High Level. Baka naman ang pinapa-approve yung A2P sa may text magic. Tapos, si Kate ang binubulabog nyo, guys, ha? Iba yon. It's only for high level specifically. Okay, so I just actually dropped the link for the online recording ng Feb 20 at 60% off. So you can use the E2P10 DLC promo code to be able to purchase the full day recording. Okay? Again, wait for further announcement. I hope that for some of you, we can see you on May 2. And watch out for more announcement, no, Sheila, kasi we're gonna have the biggest event. So, nung last time is big event in Manila. But in Q3, tama ba ako, Sheila? Confirmed na yung Q3 or Q4, basta announce namin, we will have the biggest. Okay, may biggest pa pala. Oo. Ano na natin sa Mall of
Nice.
Asia, no? Tama ba ako?
Mm-mm.
Ayan, may ano pala, may biggest event. Alright, so I think I hope you guys learned a thing or two today. And I do hope that you can actually start finding a client right away who needs help with A2P. How do you do that? Napakadali. Oh my God, sobrang dali. Okay, what are you gonna do? Tumambay kayo sa high-level community? There are other tons of communities out there. TextGrid community, they also have a community. And just type in everyday, pumunta ka dito, tapos ang gawin mo, that's the community itself. Mag-type ka dyan A2P, okay? Tapos, hanapin mo yung most recent post. Ito yung gawin nyo kasi yung scroll kayo ng scroll sa Facebook. Alright? Tapos, click nyo most recent post. And if somebody is posting a problem, might want to go ahead and jump in, try to answer some of the question. Okay? Can they no longer register? I was told they must have yes, correct. So this one, you can answer something like, hey, Daniel. Ayoko na nga bagitin yung pangalan niya. Saan ba siya? Ganito lang gagawin niyo para maghanap ng client. Huwag kayong ha. Ganito lang yung strategy.
Yung promo code daw po di nagwo-work.
Ayun na ba yan? Yung promo code na naman, hindi na nag-work. Sandali lang. Hey, Daniel. Yes, they now have an EIN. They can register. Ano ba? Yeah, yes, now they have, now, no, yes, now have, ano daw? Yes, the requirement is that they now have to have an EIN. Tapos, ano yung lalagay ko dito? Ano nilalagay ko? Nakalimutan ko sabihin ko. You can easily register for one. Although, make sure it's been, ano to? For more than 45 days. Ayan. So, ganyan lang kumuha ng client, guys. When you help somebody, obviously, it's gonna come back to you. So, just genuinely help people. If they see na nagtutulong kayo, obviously, they will return the favor naman. They will message you, so make sure na na-optimize nyo na yung
Profile.
profile. 100 lang to So, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Try nyo nga ulit. Sorry. Mag-work ng coupon code. Sampalin ko kaya tong coupon code. Try nyo ulit.
Hanapin niyo si Kate. Nag-reply siya sa Facebook.
I-drop mo na
She'll
lang daw
just-
yung profile link niya.
Sure.
Angeli.
Wait,
Mm.
I forgot. Sorry.
Di ba? Pinagalitan pa natin si Angeli. Pwede bang i-drop mo na lang yung profile link? Ganun daw.
Here. Here. Sorry.
Lalagay ko na rin dito sa support doc or message.
Add her as a friend and then she'll accept and then message her.
Ayan. Nag-work na ba yung code? Okay na. Alright. Any questions, guys? 2 minutes? None? Okay, guys, paki-post naman kapag may nahanap kayong client for A2P. I'd be happy to really see na you were able to close an A2P client. Okay? Currently, super in demand siya. Okay? Thank you so much. All right. I think wala naman ng question. So thanks everybody and hope you have a great Friday and happy weekend everybody. Thank you so much. O, di ba wala akong binenta ha? Akala nyo ha?
Bye, Coach.
Ay, di meron pala online recording. Bilhin nyo na lang yung online recording. Oo. Bilhin nyo na lang yung online recording as bayad nyo sa akin today. Eme. Kasi napagod ako eh.
Bye, Coach.
Bye-bye everybody. So you can leave now.
Thank you, Coach.
Yung iba dyan naghihintay kasi daw baka may
Bye.
Coach, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Wait,
Alis na.
nasabog ka na
Shoo,
naman.
shoo.
Wala akong pasabog, bawal yun. Yung mga HLA student namin, can you guys stay?
Wala na, nakauwi na.
Hindi, yung mga HLA student namin, baka may 100% discount. Kung saktan ko kaya kayo ngayon.
May pa-bonus, Coach.
Ayan.
Bonus na tampal. Pag binenta yung
Meron ba
Google
dito
Doc
mga ayan. HLA na lang ba yun dito? Okay, let me stop recording this.